Hello everyone, I'm going to be bringing you guys a game between Liquid Hero and JulyZerg, spawning close by air. And before I begin really getting into the game, I think the game really begins a little bit later, I'm going to talk quickly about a little experience I had at my brother's graduation. So, my brother's graduated from college last weekend, and we went up to visit him. And while we were there, we went to his house to wake him up so he could move some of his friends' cars out of the backyard because we were going to set up a tent. And we woke him up to get some of the keys. So we walk into where he's living, a really battered down house, and in there's it's just gross. There's beer cans. There's like gross, just the grossest things you can imagine. Fast food wrappers, pizza just lying, just disgusting. The bathroom door has been kicked in completely, so it's just kind of lying there on the ground, and so there's no real privacy. And we go into the kitchen. My dad is leading the way, and we step into the kitchen, and my dad jumps a little bit, and we hear a little movement. And I don't know what it is. I think it must be a dog, because what else would be awake in the kitchen at this era? So we go into the kitchen. It jumps, and I'm like, "What is it?" It's a dog. But turns out there was a squirrel just munching on some bread. Just a squirrel had walked in to the kitchen and just started eating some bread. And then we flushed it out, but we half expected someone to be like, "What? Come on, you let the squirrel out? That was my psych project." Something ridiculous like that. So now we're going to get into the game for real. I've got to speed it up a little bit because this game is a little bit longer and I want to get through it all in under 15 minutes. So it looks like we're going to see a gateway expand out of Liquid Hero, just judging by one gate. A lot of times Protest players will do one gate expand. I think a Forge Press expand is a little bit better. I think you get your Nexus down a little faster. But some people like one gate because you can throw down a couple more, you can do a little pressure. But, oh, maybe he's not. Looks like a Stargate coming down here. This is a very interesting play. I think this must be a very old game because the metagame today, or just the game, how it's played has been you do a Forge Fast expand, get your Nexus down, and then tech to whatever you want. Usually Stargate, actually, a lot of times it's Stargate. But the Nexus is going down now, finally. But Stargate really intrigues me. Here comes the first Void Ray. It takes a little damage from the Queens, runs off, and into the corner. Weird for him to go to the corner. But now here it comes down again. A couple drone kills here. Let's see how many does he get. He gets 5. 5 worker kills. That's pretty good. Uh-oh, but there are some Zerglings. Looks like there's some Zerglings in the main. The Zealot should be able to clean up. But, I guess he just let him run on in there. That's pretty bad. Should have had it walled off with a force field. Now I'm going to get rid of that ugly thing. Zerglings, yeah, I like to do this. Set these guys up so that if the Protoss decides to move out, it's pretty difficult. So it looks like he went for Hydras, finishing the range upgrade. Finishing the +1 attack upgrade. Okay, I'm going to slow it down now. Let me take a look at the time. Okay, good. He finished all those upgrades. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a third base now that the rocks are cleared. And I'd like to note this is a gold expansion, so if he can hold it, it might put him on equal footing with the Protoss if the Protoss were to take this base. I don't know how many mineral patches it looks like. Looks like 8 there, and only 6 here, so it'll be mined out faster. So if the Protoss can hold on to this base, it'll be fine. But with this, he'll mine a lot faster. So. Looks like the Gateway Army, no upgrades yet. Looks like +1 is on the way. +1 attack. Yeah, it's always +1 attack. And you know what? I don't know why Zerg don't get +1 armor to combat that. Because really, if you really want to think about it, it seems to me like, or no, it's true. +1 Zealots they do so well against Zerglings. I think they 2-shot them or 1-shot them. It's crazy how well they do. Anyway, so basically. If you get +1 on your Zealots, they're going to do so much better against Zerglings because it takes 1 less shot to kill them. So, so I feel like Zerg should maybe just start considering getting a quick +1 armor to combat that because it's so good, I think. Or they can just get roaches, obviously. So, yeah, looks like the Gateway Army making a little posture because the +1 is about to finish. And leaving a Zealot at the Watchtower. That's a good play. The Phoenixes, let's see, looks like they've gotten a decent number of kills. Like about maybe 7 or 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. 7, good. That's a really good number of kills for a pack of Phoenixes that really should not have done any damage due to the number of Hydralisks that are on the field. Now, it looks like I think he'll be moving out here with this army because he's just added some roaches to beef it up, to take down the ground army. What'll happen is you'll have to build a lot of Hydralisks to get defense against the air, and then you'll have to build some roaches so that they can do fine on the ground. The Zergling is being very active. I like this a lot. Looks like they're going to come check up here, and they're not going to like what they see. And the Nexus is down already. The Zealot should be able to wrap this up, and the Colossus is out. And I love doing this air play transition into Colossus, because what will happen is they'll have to build so many Hydralisks to deal with all your air that you can just go in with the Colossus, and the Colossus does so well against Hydralisks, just annihilate him. Another thing you could do if you don't want to get Colossus, if you don't like him, get Storm instead of a Colossus. And Storm also kills. It destroys Hydralisks. It also destroys roaches. It also destroys Zerglings. Storm is so good, but it takes so long to get up. But anyway, it looks like he's going to complete a wall off here. I really like this. But keep in mind, the Zerg is on the three gold, but he has fewer drones, which is not good. That is really not good. You do not want fewer drones at a Protoss ever, unless you're like up, unless it's super late game and it doesn't matter. Like unless you're 200 supply and you want to kill off some of that supply, which does happen frequently. So the Stargate has basically finished its use at this point. It's not really. It could build a couple more Phoenixes, obviously, but I don't really think that would be a really good investment at this point, considering just Overlord speed is even done. Could it be a Baneling drop? It looks like he's got the drop and the Overlord speed upgraded. I just learned this today. You can upgrade Overlord speed and drop from a regular hatchery. It doesn't have to be a lair. I just learned that. This was the first time I've ever known that. So, because I thought the upgrade says you have to have layer tech, so I thought, oh, you have to upgrade it from a layer, but no, you can actually do it from a hatch. The Overlord drops coming in. I think they should be targeting the sentries, which are generally the units that do get the most damage, but they actually did a fairly good amount of damage to the Colossi. It barely stays alive, though. Let's see, it gets a couple more kills, looks like. Yeah, good splash damage, good kills. Already 4 kills. The Roaches are going to come around to snipe it, though. And there it goes. And it looks like these Roaches could be able to clean up, but the Phoenixes are still out on the field. But, 4 more Stalkers coming in, taking out the Overlord. Nope, the Phoenixes do that. Stalkers and the Immortal retreating. The Zerg has won the battle, but his forces are too small to contend with the rebuilt Protoss army, and I don't think it's going to go very well for him. So yeah, I like doing this. I like the Baneling drop idea. It's very fun to watch. But otherwise, I don't know. It might not be the most viable thing. I like it though. Oh, I just thought of something. What if you lifted up a queen right when it was supposed to inject to mess up their macro? That'd be cool. Big army gathering here. Looks like he's going to be going for a big old Overlord drop into the main, bringing along these extra Overlords that don't have anything in them for dead weight, or not bringing them in foolishly. A lot of times, people bring in more Overlords than they need, or they'll spread out their units from more Overlords. So, like, instead of bringing 4 Overlords filled to the brim, they'll bring in 16 Overlords with 1 unit each, so that unloading is more quick. Like, see, if this had been 4 Overlords, those Roaches wouldn't have just spawned and died. They all would have spawned at once. They all would have come down back here and been able to do a little extra damage. I don't think it's going to matter, though. This number of Stalkers, and Immortals especially, is just too good. Immortals get so many kills against Roaches. It's crazy. Immortals, people say Immortals are the counter to Roaches, and that's perfect. I totally agree with that. Protoss is up in supply, up in bases, and up on workers. So I really don't think July's gonna stop him. I think it's over. Has he gotten a Roach? Yeah, he has gotten a Roach beat. No Burrow though. Hasn't gotten Burrow. He's on 3 base, but one of them's a gold. He has just so few drones. He's committed to this aggression. He committed too early, and really what he should have done, I think, is just build a couple Zerglings, couple Roaches, knock down that, and then come in. But maybe he just thought that the Phoenixes did too much damage for him to really macro out of. Maybe he thought he had to kill the Protoss to win right there. But I kind of disagree. I don't think the Phoenixes did a ton of damage. They got Overlord kills, sure. They got Worker kills, sure. But I mean, they didn't get that many Worker kills. I might have supply blocked him a little bit, but you know, it was really foolish for him to have so few drones and commit to this type of aggression. That's all. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. And make sure to subscribe and like. I really would appreciate it because right now my channel doesn't have a ton of views. But yeah, so thank you very much.